Hello, good morning to all of my handling sections. This is now your first video lesson in General Mathematics Module 1, which is also the week 1 or your first week. Okay, in here we have the very first topic, functions and relations. Okay, let us have first the definition of terms. Example, so relation. A relation, by the way, before that, do you know what relation is? Okay, so there are a lot of relationships such as parent, son and daughter, di ba? Mother to father, mother to their children, or children to their father, or o kaya naman you to your classmates. Okay, and many others. So a relation is a rule that relates values from a set of values called the range. Meaning, when we say from a set, this is the first set, which is called the domain, to the second set, which is called the range. Okay, values from the first set to the values of the second set. Okay, so from domain to range. Example, this is an ordered pair xy. X is the first element, y is the second element. X is also, okay, lagay natin, first element. Y is the second element. Yan. X is the first element. Y is the second element. X is also what we call the domain. The domain, and also the second element y is called the range. Sometimes domain is called abscissa, and the second element is the ordinate, y ordinate or simply ordinate. Okay, so tandaan nyo yan, x is also the first element, it is also the domain, it is also the abscissa, while the y is the second element, it is the range, it is the ordinate. Okay, so that defines relation. A relation is a set of ordered pairs x, y. Okay, say for example, dito muna tayo sa function. A function is a relation, but in the definition of relation, relation is not a function. There are some relation which is a function, but all function can be relation. Okay, again, some relation can be function, but all function can be relation. So function is a relation where each element in the domain is related to only one value in the range by some rules. Okay, so this is now the function. Another one, function, a relation is said to be function if and only if no two ordered pairs have the same first element. Ibig sabihin, kung ano yung value ni x, walang mauulit na value sa lahat ng x. Walang mauulit na value sa first element. Walang mauulit na value sa domain. Walang mauulit na value sa abscissa. Okay? Naintindihan po ba? It is a relation where each element in the domain is related to only one value in the range. Okay, to give you further understanding, we will have a set of examples. Okay, so let us move to relations and functions. So relations and functions can be represented by, so ito yung sinasabi nating rule. It is a rule, or by some rules. Okay, first, we can express functions and relations through mapping diagrams, through graphs, through ordered pairs, through table of values, through notation, and through equation. Okay, by mapping diagrams, when we say mapping diagrams, it indicates whether a relation is a function or not using arrows. Example, which of the following mapping diagrams represents a function? In here, we have the x element or x value, or ito yung mga first element, ito yung mga domain, ito yung mga abscissa. Okay, what are the first element or the domain? The domain are Bangkok, Jakarta, Kuala Lumpur, and Manila. And the second set or the second element is called the range or the ordinate. Ito yung mga y value. Okay, example, Bangkok is to Thailand. Jakarta is to Indonesia. Kuala Lumpur is to Malaysia. And Manila is to Philippines. So, is this a function or not? This is a relation. In number 1 is a relation. Is this relation a function or not? This is now a function. Why? Wala kasing naulit sa first element. Nakuha. Okay, next. Number 2. This is also a relation. Is this function or not function? May naulit ba? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wala naman. O kaya naman, let us use the ordered pairs. One is mapping diagram. The other is using by ordered pairs. By listing ordered pairs. Dito, if we will list by ordered pairs, example 1, 0, 1 is to 0, 2 is to negative 2, 2 is to negative 2, 3 is to 2, 3 is to 2, and 4 is to negative 2. So 4 is to negative 2. So look at the first element or the domain. The first element are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or the domain are 1, 2, 3, 4. May naulit ba sa domain at saka sa first element or sa mga x value? Wala. So therefore, this represents function. Dito, kung gagamit tayo ng ordered pairs, halimbawa, we have Bangkok to Thailand. Ayan. Ano pa? Wala namang mauulit sa first element. Diba? Kaya function yan. So, 1 and 2 represents function. What about number 3? Is this a function or not? Gamit tayo ng ordered pairs. 5 is to 17. Yan. And then 3 is to 11. And then 3 is to 15. Huwag na natin ituloy. Kasi dito pa lang sa first element or x values, may naulit na. Diba? What are the domain? 5, 3, 3. So, therefore, this is not a function. Only 1 and 2 represents function. But 3 represents relations only. 1 and 2, relation na, function pa. But number 3, relation lang siya. Okay? So, remember again that some relation can be function. Not all relation can be function. But all function can be relation. Okay, we proceed now to, that is by mapping diagrams and by ordered pairs. Okay, by graphs. Listen carefully. This is also a relation. And also this one, all of this. Yan, okay. Is this a relation or not? Oh, gagamit tayo ng vertical line test. Take note of this. What is meant by vertical line test? Ayan. If the ball pen is the vertical line test, passing through the line, this, I'm referring to this line, no? Rising from left to right. Ito yung graph. Yan. The slope is positive, di ba? If the line is rising from left to right. If the line is horizontal, zero slope. If the line is falling from left to right, negative slope. If the line is a vertical line, undefined slope. Do you still remember that in your algebra? Okay, so going back, if my ball pen is the vertical line that will test whether this graph is a function or not, kahit saan mo dalhin si vertical line test, ayan, kung nandito siya, may tatamaan siyang isang point. Kung doon dadalhin, may tatamaan siyang isang point. Kung dito, kahit saan mo dalhin, 1 point lang. Kapag isang point lang, therefore, it represents function. O ito, example of circle. Kasama na natin si ellipse. Halimbawa, ito, may ellipse dito. Yan, ellipse. Ellipse yan, no? Sorry for the drawing. Ellipse and circle, these are not function. Bakit? Not function. Okay, kung dadaan dito si vertical line test, okay, it may be, of course, there is only one point of intersection. Okay, if a line is on the circle, this is the tangent line, and there is only one point of tangency. Dito, talagang there is only one point of tangency. Pero pagdating doon ni vertical line test, dalawa na ang tatamaan dyan. Laging dalawa na. Laging dalawa na. So therefore, not function. Pag dalawa kasing tinamaan, may dalawang first element na naulit. Ganon din dito. This is also not a function. Kahit saan mo dyan dalhin si vertical line test, yan, not function. Bakit? Example, ito yung line, dumaan dito si vertical line test. Ayan, sa mga point na yan. Andyan yung ball pen. Okay? Halimbawa, this is 1, 2, 3. Halimbawa, 3. The value of x is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Dito naman, 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So, the coordinate of this is 3, 4. The coordinate of this point is also 3 and negative 3. So, meron siyang first element na naulit. Diba? That's why, not function. Pag dalawa ang tinamaan, not function. Or more than 2. So, this is an example of a parabola, open upward. Kahit saan mo dalhin si vertical line test. Yes, correct. This is a function. Next one. Pag dumaan dyan si vertical line test, there are infinite points of intersection. Okay? It intersects infinite points. A lot of points will be intersected by the vertical line test. So, therefore, this is not function. Ito naman, kahit saan mo dalhin dyan, okay, very good, function. Ito naman, function. What about this? Of course, not function. Ang dami niyan tatamaan, di ba? Okay, so that is by, we are done with the mapping diagrams, by graphs, by ordered pairs, by table of values. Example, in our example number 2, if we will illustrate this using table, let us have the x value and of course, the y value. F of x is also y. Okay, from y is equal to, let's say, 2x plus 3. We can also express this as f of x is equal to 2x plus 3. This is an equation of a line. If y becomes f of x, therefore, function na siya. Okay? Function na siya. So, dito tayo. So, example, value of x. Since our topic is a function, so we use f of x instead of y. Okay? So, the value of first element are 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the values of f of x or the domain are 0, negative 2, 2, negative 2. 0, negative 2, 2, negative 2. May naulit sa y or sa second element, it doesn't matter. What is important is we focus only on the first element. Wala namang naulit sa first element. So therefore, by table of values, this is a function. Okay, so we are now done with number 4. By notation and by equation. Example. Saan ba natin na? Pero for notation and by equation is not not included anymore because this is your learning tasks have been merged and combined, okay, especially the learning competencies. But let me give you short details about the notation or in equation muna. Equation first. Example, r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared, or y is equal to 2x plus 5. What are the ordered pairs that you can create out of this equation of a line, out of this equation of a circle? If we let x as 0, using this equation of a line, we could have value of y. What are the value of y? If we let this x is 1, what is x? And so on. But definitely this equation is a relation and this equation is a function. Kasi walang mauulit dyan. Ikaw mag-a-assign ng first element. Pero dito, pag nag-assign ka ng 0, Maaring dalawa ang value niya, positive and negative 1. And what is 0, positive, negative 1? This can be 0, 1 and 0, negative 1. That is 0, positive and negative 1, 0, 1 and 0, negative 1. Kasi quadratic yan. Okay? So, sometimes quadratic represents not function. Okay? So, dito may mauulit. Nakuha? Yun yung equation. Okay, sa notation naman, example. Dito tayo sa notation, no? Notation. Set builder notation. Halimbawa, ito yung mga notation. Lahat ng x, ang value daw ni x ay from 1 to 3. So, ibig sabihin, equal to 1 and equal to 3. So, 1 and 3. Eh, kung greater than 1, ganyan, parenthesis. Pero less than 3, ganyan. Okay? Eh, kung equal to 1, ito, x is less than or equal to 3, but greater than or equal to 1. Yan. Yan yung mga notation. Ito naman, x is less than 3, but less than 1. O, yan yung mga notation. Okay, set builder notation. Okay, ano pa? Pwede rin naman siyang x is less than or equal to 3 but greater than 1. Okay? Or, yan ay, sabi natin, less than or equal to 3. Pagka kasi equal, ito yung symbol ng equal. Pag less than and greater than, ito. Pero less than 1. Yan, di ba? Ano kaibahan nitong tatlo? O kaya naman, x is less than 3 but greater than or equal to 1. Or, less than or equal to 1. Pero less than 3. O yan. Ganyan siya, no? Anong kaibahan nitong apat? Ito. Napag-aralan nyo ba yan during your junior days? Okay, next. So, we are done with the representation of functions and relation by mapping diagrams, by graphs, ordered pairs, table of values, notation, equation. Pwede nyong isulat yan sa portfolio ninyo. And ano yung natutunan for this video lesson. Okay? At ano yung hindi. And what to do dun sa hindi nyo naintindihan. By ordered pairs pa tayo. Meron pa pala tayong by ordered pairs. Ito yung dito siya. Number 3, by ordered pairs. We have here set F, set G, set H, and set I. We have 4 sets. The elements of set F are 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8. Determine whether each of the following relation or each of the following sets is a function or not. Is set F a function or not? Yes, function. Why? Tama, walang naulit sa first element or walang naulit sa mga domain or sa mga abscissa. Set G. Yes, not function. I will not explain anymore. Letter H. Yes, function. Set I. Set I is also a function. What kind of set is this? Because of the ... Yes, infinite sets. Sa grade 7 topic yon, no? Then table of values, na-discuss na. Notation, na-discuss na. Alright. Dito tayo sa 6. Equation, na-discuss na. Now, functions as representation of real, sorry for the spelling. This is real life situations. Functions is used to model. Look at the verb to model real life situations. Paano nagiging model itong function? When we say model, hindi yung i-act mo, magmo-model ka. Example, ikaw ay model ng iyong ama. Ibig sabihin, kamukha mo siya. Para kang modelo ng iyong ama. Ganon siya, di ba? O kaya naman, ito ay pwede rin siyang event. Halimbawa, naku, ang bagyong ito, parang model. Kumbaga kamukha nung bagyong Ondoy. O, mga ganun ba, no? Next, example 1. Give a function C that can represent the cost of buying X meals. Yung cost is the C. And buying X meals, X, pwede siyang maging vegetable meals, dinner meals, breakfast meals, variable to, no? Buying X. If one meal, ito daw X na to, cost 40 pesos. So, the answer is, function of X is equal to 40X. Diba? Cost ng X is equal to 40 times X. Halimbawa, ang cost ng vegetable is 50. Diba? So, 50 yung cost is equal to 40 times 50. Nakuha? Okay. Next. 100 meters of fencing is available to enclose a rectangular area next to a river. Let us illustrate this. If this is the river, ayan yung water, and then meron tayong rectangular area, kasi ito yung next to river, ito yung area ng lot, no? Let this x and let this y. Give a function a that can represent the area. A is the area that can enclose. What is the formula for area of a rectangle? Area is equal to side times side, di ba? Or x times y. Nakuha. Okay. That can be enclosed in terms of x. So therefore, saan to nakuha? Function of x is equal to 50x minus 0.5x squared. So let us answer this one, no? So ganito lang po siya. Kukulang ako ng extra sheets. Wait lang. Teka lang ha. Wala akong makitang sheets.